I think the biggest takeaway from this issue is that Bandai is a business, and as a business, it is not your friend. It's my friend, though. Look. Again, they made so much money out of me. They are not my friend. Hey guys, Nichols here, and today we're going to talk about a pretty hot topic in the Gundam community. We're talking about Bandai decanonizing the Yuri marriage at the end of Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. Which is kind of a funny thing because it feels like it's been a month after the show ended already. So yeah, Sulemio has been decanonized after Bandai and Kadokawa posted official statements on Twitter. If you want to read them, you can find them on Twitter and I guess just use Google Lens to translate. That's what I did. In this video, I'm going to provide context on what happened, and then after that, I'm going to provide my personal thoughts and opinions about the whole issue and why it's not 100% a bad thing. So what happened is that Soleda's voice actress, Kana Ichinose, referenced the marriage in an interview with Gundam Ace. Now, Gundam Ace published the interview, but there were two versions. In the physical version, they did mention the marriage, but in the digital version of the magazine, they omitted the marriage. And that got fans questioning, yo, what happened? Why is it inconsistent? Is there an issue here? And then after that is when Bandai and Kadokawa released their official statements, apologizing for the confusion and concluding that the ending is open for interpretation, which got fans all angry, you know. The reason for this decanonization is still unclear, it's unconfirmed, but there have been a lot of theories about this. Some people think it's because of China, because Bandai wants to please its fans in China. Some people think it's because Bandai wants to please its more traditional fans who don't like the Yuri, or Bandai trying to please other cultures aside from China that don't like same-sex marriage. So yeah, many different theories about this, about the reason why, but so far there's no real confirmation. Okay, now let's discuss who was the asshole here. Who was the bad guy here? Was Bandai the one wrong? Was it the Yuri fans who were wrong? Personally, I'm happy about this drama, because I think everyone is getting what they deserve here. Bandai is getting the hate they deserve for using a dirty marketing tactic, which is the Yuri bait and switch. And the crazy Yuri fans got the betrayal they deserve for taking the Yuri way too seriously. Like, come on, that's not even what Gundam's about. Gundam's a beautiful story about the tragedy of war and understanding and finding peace and all. And of course the giant robots and the kids. We love all of that. And I just want to note that when I say crazy Yuri fans, I don't mean all Yuri fans. I don't generalize. There are some Yuri fans who are okay. You know, they're cool, they're chill. But in this video, when I say crazy Yuri fans, I'm talking about the super aggressive Yuri fans you'd see online, like on Twitter, I mean X, or on Facebook. You know what I mean. Okay. And honestly, I do think that the crazy Yuri community in the G-Witch fanbase is pretty toxic. Like, if you remember that time when Ghoul, the fan favorite, was getting kind of a spotlight, crazy Yuri fans were really angry about it because they wanted the focus to be on their Yuri couple. I remember this Twitter drama where fans were complaining directly to the writer, to Ichiro Okuchi, that Ghoul and his brother had kind of a spotlight at one of the later episodes. When in fact, that spotlight was really just a quarter of the episode. They were complaining about that, when honestly that wasn't really a big deal. It felt normal. It didn't feel forced. In fact, I think we should have seen more of that. I think that the arc with Ghoul and Lada, that was really short, and that should have been expounded further. And fans, these crazy Yuri fans, were complaining about that being there, when in fact we need more of that. We needed more of that. But of course, let's admit it, Bandai is also kind of the asshole here. They baited Yuri fans into giving them a lot of money. And now that, you know, they made money out of the Yuri fans, they're like, we don't care anymore. We can just please China and everyone else who hates same-sex marriage. Yeah, because, you know, there's more money that way, right? And yes, Bandai is an asshole for doing that, but in the end of the day, I think both sides got what they deserve. Now let's talk about how Bandai could have handled this better. You know, honestly, I think if Bandai didn't give the Yuri marriage to begin with, and like go for like a more logical route where Ghoul was the one who ends up marrying both of them. That would have been cooler, I think. And it's so funny to think that if they didn't make that publication error, if they didn't make that publication mistake, that inconsistency, they could have gotten away with it. This whole drama wouldn't have happened if they didn't make that mistake, which is really funny to think about. And honestly, this is just my personal opinion, but I'm not really a big fan of the Sulemio relationship. Like, it wasn't an interesting romance to me. It didn't even really feel that much like a romance. Like, I was more interested in the deep relationship Miorina had with Shadiq. I mean, of course, they're not exactly the healthiest couple in the show, but I really like the depth of the relationship, of the connection they had. That was very interesting. And I think the most wholesome relationship in the show was Suletta and Elan 4. I think, that actually put butterflies in my stomach. That was the most romantic relationship in G-Witch, in my opinion. So I find it so crazy how people are making it such a big deal, you know? Like, some people say it makes Bandai look homophobic. I mean, it kind of does make them look homophobic, but I think the case is just as bad, but for a different reason. It's more Bandai just being greedy and wanting money from everyone, which isn't exactly homophobia, but it's just as bad. So now let's talk about what could happen in the future. Now, I think it's possible that Bandai could remove the marriage in the future Blu-ray version of the show. And I think it's also possible that from now on, Bandai is going to try to avoid same-sex relationships as much as possible to avoid drama like this. I don't know. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but, you know, it could be a thing. So here's how I'm going to handle it. In the end of the day, I got the kids. I'm happy I got the kits I wanted, so, you know, Bandai and the crazy Yuri fans can fight all they want. I'm just gonna build my backlogs. And now my advice to all of you watching this, you know, just take what you can. You know, Bandai did say that it's open for interpretation, so if you like the Yuri ending, then yeah, it's a Yuri ending for you. If you don't like the Yuri ending, then it's not a Yuri ending for you. Yeah, just... And if you're like me, who likes kids, go, take the kids. Take what you want, take what you can. And another thing I advise to all of you, please do not attack Kana Ichinose, and I guess, like, not even Ichiro Okuchi because of this drama. It's not their fault, guys. Like, no matter what side you're on, it's not their fault, okay? And yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys have a great day, and take it easy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.